Hey, hello, how are you doing, friends? I am back with another video. This is actually almost live, kind of. Like, I filmed this yesterday, which is wild because for like a solid almost month now, I have had content like saved and ready to go, like all through half of September, all of October, into the first week of November, and then today I was back in the dorm today and I was like, I don't have anything filmed for tomorrow. So I had a few ideas, but honestly, I'm just kind of going with it. I don't know how long this video will be. So yeah, today I wanted to talk about embarrassing things that have happened to me since I got to college. It's really just like mostly one or two stories, one main story, but it was just like one of those things, like I just felt like when I first got to college, like when it rains, like it pours. Okay, like that is the best way I can describe it. So to start off, if I can give you any sense of how things have been going for me or went for me when I very first came to school, I was literally, it was move-in day, and the way that my dorm works is that our student ID is also the key to our room and the key like many other places. So like as I was moving into my dorm, I was like going in and out. I like didn't leave the door open for some reason, and I left my ID in my room, and there was no way to get into it. And we were like trying to move all my stuff in. And so the very first time I met my RA was to tell him that I had locked myself out of my room already. And so he was like, and I live on the 6th floor, okay, and my RA is a doll. He's such a nice guy. But I was like, met him for the first time, and I was like, hi, sorry, do you have a key that I can get into my dorm? I actually locked myself out. He was like, I don't have a key, but the front desk has a key. I will be back in 2 minutes. And I live on the 6th floor. It takes 5 minutes just for the elevators to get to our floor. So this guy runs up and down the stairs just to get me into my dorm, into my room. That's when I knew that he was like super nice and like was really dedicated to his job, but literally hadn't even been there for like 2 hours and I already locked myself out of my room. Next story. I was actually alone for the first couple days that I was here at IU because I moved in early. I moved in on August 12th, and Danny was not going to move in until August 15th. So there was a good 3 days when I was all by myself, okay? Which means that there was nobody else in the room to like look after the room, or if I need to get back in, if I didn't have my ID. You can see where this is going again. And so one day I come back to the room and I'm like, you know what? I really need to take a shower. And this was the first time that I had showered since like coming to college. So it was like my first, I have a community bathroom, shower shoes, the whole bit. So this was the first time that I was going to shower in an environment like this. So I got my shower caddy. You can see her there. I got my shower caddy, the whole bit. And I had like kept all of my toiletries in my shower caddy. This includes like even like a hairbrush, toothpaste, toothbrush, like pills, retainer, like all that stuff. Okay, so you can kind of see where this is going, maybe. So I go to the shower, and like in our shower, there's like walls separating each of them, obviously, and then each of them has like a little shelf, like a platform. And so it's not quite wide enough to fit the whole shower caddy, but like it's not going to like go anywhere without some effort. Okay, so I put my shower caddy up on the thing. I'm like taking this experience all in, and I like go to reach for my shampoo, and in this process the whole shower caddy like dumps all on the floor. Okay, so now I'm like naked and afraid, picking up all this stuff in my shower caddy, like everything spilled everywhere. I'm like stressed out because like it's just I'm still adjusting to college life and being alone. I'm alone in my room, my family's gone. Like it was just not a good day for me in general. And so I drop everything everywhere and I'm like, wow, this sucks. What a great first shower experience. But I pick everything up, I pick myself up, I finish showering, and I go back into my room. So I'm changing, and then, like I said, when it rains, it pours. I look over, And near my window, I have a succulent, okay, that I got during Welcome Week, or that I had gotten like maybe that day even, or the day before. And it had somehow managed to spill everywhere, all over the floor, and there's dirt all over my floor. And it's like almost like 1 o'clock in the morning, so like the front desk is not open. I can't go get a vacuum. So what do? I take like an index card and I start like scraping my floor and like getting and rubbing the dirt, probably honestly further into the floor, but I think it's working. And I'm like scooping this dirt, like this soil out of my carpet and like sweeping it up as best I can and throwing it away. And I was like, it's fine. I did the best I can. I'll get a vacuum in the morning. So, not only, like I said, I'm alone, so I am like kind of lonely and like sad. Like Corinne was here with me at the time, but she was doing something like probably finishing up IFS. And so I was like in my room alone. She might have gone to bed. And I really wanted to meet some new friends because I was feeling a little discouraged. I had been through 3 days of welcoming activities and like I had met some people, but like hadn't really made any like lasting relationships. My night is not going so hot, and I decide it's fine, and I hear some people outside of my room. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go meet some people. And so I end up like walking out there, and like as I'm going out there, they're like all leaving. I meet this one guy that's not really relevant, not really part of the story, but just know that like I went outside of my room. Well, I come back, I go to scan my ID to unlock my room, and it's not there. Again, in this 72 hours I've been at IU, I have left my ID again. My RA is asleep. I didn't know that there was like an RA on duty or there was like someone else I could call to like get me into my room. So I'm like standing outside my door like freaking out. I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know who to call. I don't know if I need to just go wake up my RA or what. But I end up remembering that there's like this app that you can like use as like a virtual ID. So I'm like getting on this, like getting going, got it, good. And I'm hoping, praying that it works. And I end up being able to get into my room by thinking on my feet and using my phone to get some online ID. So I'm so glad that that works. And like you would think that that's where the story ends, that I am smart enough to just like go to bed and let the day be over. But no, I have to go brush my teeth. And oh, I forgot to tell you that my toothbrush had fallen on the floor. And so I had thrown away my toothbrush. Luckily I had another one. So I am about to go brush my teeth with this new toothbrush because my other one I didn't trust it being dropped on the bathroom floor where, you know, you have to wear shoes to really feel safe. So I'm like brushing my teeth, and then in the background I see in the mirror like this thing on the floor in the shower over from the one I was using. So like not the one that I was in. There's like a shower like right next to that one, and I see something like on the floor there, and I'm like, okay, kind of weird, kind of gross. I like continue to brush my teeth, and I'm like still glancing over at this thing, and I realize that is my retainer on the floor in the bathroom. Not even in the one I was using, just it had like slid across the floor and made its way into the other shower. So, loved that. I didn't even really know what to do because I didn't have like a retainer cleaner. You might think this is really gross, but what I did is I just picked it up. I like made the water as hot as I could. I like boiled it almost essentially and like took a toothbrush, my toothbrush, and was like brushing it and cleaning it with toothpaste and then with soap and then with toothpaste. And then I didn't wear it that night because like, you know, it probably wasn't going to be any cleaner the next day, but I just like was not feeling it. So that was like just one day where I was like, college sucks. This is horrible. Yeah, and I was like, man, I really hope the day gets better. I actually probably posted about it on my Finsta, talking about like, wow, when it rains it pours, college is awful. So another story, this one's really short, and I'll end the video on this one. So I have an alarm on my keys and my ID, I'll show you. It's like a rape whistle, kind of, but it's like an alarm. And it looks like this, and you like pull this little tab, this little thing out, and it is annoyingly and surprisingly loud. And I mean, it's supposed to be, like, it's supposed to protect you and like ward off, you know, the baddies or whatever. So I take it with me everywhere. I have one on this is like my lanyard, which is my wallet now, and like my student ID is in here and all that good stuff. And then I have one on my keys. But for the most part, I just carry this one around because I don't really drive my car a lot around here except when I'm going to work. So my grandparents came to visit me. This was actually probably only like 2 days after this last story that I just told you. My grandparents came to visit me because they couldn't see me off when I left. And so we went to a restaurant on Kirkwood, and I was like sitting with the lanyard like between my legs, okay? And I went to go stand up to get our food, and like the little tab, the little pull tab, was like under my thigh. And when I went to get up, don't ask me like the mechanics or how it happened, but it pulled the tab. And so this rape alarm is going off in the middle of like, it's not even like a big sit-down restaurant. Like it was like a sandwich shop with several people in it during a busy lunch hour. And so my rape alarm is like going off, and not only is it embarrassing enough to have gone off at all, the tab, the little thing, I can't find. It's like fallen off onto the floor, and so I'm like struggling to look for it on the tile, and I finally get it, and like I can't get it back in, and finally I just like put it back in, and it stops, and I just like pretend that no one heard or saw that. But like I wouldn't be surprised if people on the street heard it. Like it is that loud, and like so yeah, I can't help but embarrass myself, I guess, in some of these situations. So that's really all that I have right now. Really probably like a short video. I feel like honestly a little upset with myself that I did not pre-plan something a little better. I have wanted to do this video for a little while longer, but I thought I might have more stories to tell by the time I did it. So let me know if you have any more ideas for like just me to do, because I know like there's endless amount of like tags and challenges, but as the school year is going on, it's about time for finals. It gets a lot more difficult for me to film really elaborate videos or to film videos with Corinne and my roommate Danny and stuff like that. So it's really easy when it's like I have the room to myself. I can film a quick little video, edit it in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just put it up for you guys. So let me know if you have any other ideas. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday on Donky Vlogs. Bye!